We can shine in a crowd, we never hesitate. Let us rise to the cloud.
And I've been helping people to increase their sales, increase their incomes, completely change their lives, get to executives positions in their companies, get past the fears, the things that hold them back. And so financial literacy and helping people make more money is one of the biggest things that I focus on with what I do. And and right now, and particularly with what's going on with the global economy and what's happening with people's personal economies. I'm talking about when you go to the grocery store and you see the prices are going up, right? I'm talking about when you're going to the gas pump and you're seeing those prices and you're looking at, oh my God. And some people having to make a decision now between paying an electric bill and eating, right? It's getting very real for people. And over the next 2 to 5 years, if you don't make the right decisions starting now, God help you. My fellow Dreamaholics, welcome. It is great to see you again. Now, before I get into my message with you today, there is a serious public announcement I need to make. Very, very serious. I don't know how many of you have heard about this as yet, but there is a new, extremely heinous criminal that has actually made it onto the Interpol top 10 list. Yeah, it's a dangerous criminal, should not be approached at any time like this. And the criminal goes by the name of Distractions. Distractions, yes, Distractions has made the top 10 of dream killers on the planet. Period. Oh, it's terrible. And let us talk about distractions, because a lot of times you don't recognize the subtlety of it. And I really want you to watch all the way to the end of this video. You may want to watch a couple of times, because as I share some ideas with you, I think you're going to be going like, oh my God, what the heck have I been doing? Holy smokes. Man. And as we go along, I'd like you to let me know in the comments which ones affect you the most and what we can do to turn that around. So let me know that in the comments, okay? All right, so let's get going. What, first of all, is a distraction? So let's go to Google. We'll put in, what is a distraction?
Here's the definition of distraction: a thing that prevents someone from concentrating on something else.
Okay, we're gonna go a little deeper than Google, okay? For our purposes, a distraction is anything that takes you off course from the object of your desire, okay? Anything that takes you off course. You have to remember that every action that you take or don't take leads you closer to or further away from your objective. Every single action. And somebody says, well, isn't there like gray areas with this? No. It's either you're growing or you're dying, generating or degenerating. There's nothing in between. Every action we take is either helping us or hurting us. Okay? Now, I want to talk to you about this from the framework of financial independence. Like, for as many of you know, I've been teaching and training people from all over the world for over a decade. And I've been helping people to increase their sales, increase their incomes, completely change their lives, get to executives positions in their companies, get past the fears, the things that hold them back. And so financial literacy and helping people make more money is one of the biggest things that I focus on with what I do. And and right now, and particularly with what's going on with the global economy and what's happening with people's personal economies. I'm talking about when you go to the grocery store and you see the prices are going up, right? I'm talking about when you're going to the gas pump and you're seeing those prices and you're looking at, oh my God. And some people having to make a decision now between paying an electric bill and eating, right? It's getting very real for people. And over the next 2 to 5 years, if you don't make the right decisions starting now, God help you. That's just facts. So I want to talk about distractions and how they impact everything that we do. And yes, I got my notes here. I want to make sure I don't forget anything. So what is trending right now? What are some of the biggest distractions that exist today? Well, one is the wars. Whether you're talking about the war in Palestine and Israel, between Palestinians and Israel, and those in Israel, and it is getting hot on both sides. Not getting hot, it is hot on both sides. It is like, whoa. And I'm watching, to the point where people have even lost their sense of humanity, where they say, yeah, kill them all, they deserve it. Like, it's just like, wow. Like some of the conversations that you see in posts, and at the end of the day, it's a human tragedy. It is absolutely horrific what's happening. Horrific. No question about it. You getting onto social media or watching the news, and for hours upon hours, it starts out with a few minutes, looking at a post, somebody's opinion about what's going on. Somebody has an opinion for, somebody's got an opinion against. And you have a position that you stand with, so it's one or the other or somewhere in the middle, right? Going back and forth, getting into arguments with people about something that you frankly aren't bringing about any change with. What do you mean by that, Noel? Well, tell me something. If you're having a debate with somebody about what's going on over there, how does that change the reality on the ground for the people who are affected by the situation? How do your conversations change any of that? How about your debates changing what's going on? All the debates in the world aren't changing the fact that there are people who are sitting in a camp, in the Gaza Strip, with 40,000 people in a camp and 5 toilets with no food and water. Your debates aren't changing the reality of the people on the ground. If you're that serious about your position, whether you like or whichever side that you fall on, if you're that serious about it, send money, and if you're really serious, get on a plane and go help. But if you're not prepared to do something, or I'm talking even getting on the phone and talking to the politicians, the people who are actually the policy makers. If you're not doing something to affect policy or to change the conditions of the people on the ground, all of this is verbal diarrhea. It's a complete and utter waste of time. It is a distraction. I'm not saying that people shouldn't care, and I'm not saying that people shouldn't have a view. What I'm saying is, we're talking about getting our act together and taking things to that next level. Some people are watching these videos for hours and hours throughout a day. Hours upon hours doing nothing about it. Huh? I know somebody's hearing what I'm saying. Somebody. We got a business to build. You got a little side hustle. You want to start increasing that, maybe go from being a side hustle to making it your full-time business. Or maybe you have a full-time business and you're trying to take that to that next level. Maybe right now you've got 3 jobs and you'd rather just have one, but you need to upgrade your skills so that you can have one that pays for everything. How about that? Or maybe the person who's trying to become financially literate so they can learn how to invest properly. Listen, 2 objects cannot occupy the same space at the same time. When day is here, night's got to go. When night's here, day's got to go. They do not coexist. You can only hold one idea in the mind at a time. What's going to occupy the 6 inches between your ears? You have to make that decision. So do something about the issue, or be quiet and keep focused on what you're doing and maybe make some more money so that you can send some money to help somebody who's in need. Same thing with the Ukraine-Russian war. Same thing. Human tragedy. No question. But how much time are you going to spend debating this thing? Your debates aren't changing policy. So unless you're going to do something about it, then hey, man, you got to keep it moving. What's the next issue out there? Somebody said, well, wait a second. You're just jumping off that quick, Noel. You sound kind of cold-blooded right now. I'm not being cold, man. If you don't say no to distractions, you're saying no to the future you could be building. As I said, if you are passionate about something, then you should be willing to do something about what you're talking about. Outside of that, it's rhetoric, it's a waste of time. Waste of time. Even if you change your friend's view on the thing. Does that change the reality on the ground for the people who are affected? No. You're getting me? So come on, let's be real now, okay? So let's go to the next issue that's out there that's been a huge area of discussion. Transgender. Oh my God. Oh my God. Men should not be able to dress up like women and play women's sports. One side of it. The other side talking about that person was born the way that they are and they should be able to express themselves in the way that they do. Right? You have to respect their position. You're going back and forth, 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 changing nothing. If you're that serious about it, your position, whatever your position happens to be, reach out to your local politician, maybe protest in front of their house peacefully. Right? If you're that serious about it. Otherwise, you're just talking. Do something about it, or be quiet and keep focused, and let's create the financial results that you want. Cooler room, like the water cooler talk isn't producing anything. Except a high stress level, and for some of you, higher blood pressure. You know? Come on, man. We gotta focus on what matters the most. Let's talk about what's the next big thing out there that's everybody's sort of jabbering about. Will Smith and Jada. Oh my God. She is emasculating him. She is taking Will Smith off a pedestal. Will Smith is a grown-ass man who has chosen to be with this woman irrespective of everything that everybody's had to say. That's his choice. She has chosen to be with him, and whether they were in and out of love or whatever the case may be, man, oh good God Almighty. Like, who cares? Listen, at the end of the day, Will and Jada are multimillionaires. Are you? At the end of the day, no matter what happens with all the conversations and the drama, oh my God, Will Smith was sleeping with Dwayne, and oh my God, and he was doing all this stuff. Like, what the hell? Like, why do you care? Why do you care? Like, what difference does that make to you? Listen, how is that changing your situation? I'm not saying that somebody shouldn't be aware of what's going on in the world. Fine. But do you need to be inundated with that? How is that improving your situation? What's it doing for your energy level? What's it doing for the frequency or the vibration that you're functioning on? Is it making it higher or is it taking it lower? Distraction. Distraction. Woo! Last one I'll talk about right now. U.S. elections. Boy, talk about polarized. You know what I'm saying? That Joe Biden. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Right? And the other side of the argument. That yellow man, that orange man needs to go to jail. Ah, racist. Ah, Biden, corrupt. Ah. No matter which way this election goes, I promise you, both Trump and Biden are going to be eating extremely well. How are you going to be eating? What are you going to be eating? Are you taking private jets? They are. Debating about stuff and getting hot over stuff that has zero impact on your personal situation. Listen, there's people who are going to make money no matter who's in office. And you better be able to make money no matter what's going on. Otherwise, because you know it's adapt or die. Any organism that ceases to adapt to a changing changes in the environment will cease to exist. If you can't adapt to the changes in the market like this, you're toast. You have to be able to adapt to regardless to who is there. But for those people who actually really do care, watch the debates. look at the policies, cast your ballot, and keep it moving. And if it's that serious to you, campaign. Go campaign. Go give a campaign contribution. But you're not going to be delved into this for hours upon hours upon hours if it is not a part of your ultimate destiny in terms of your objective. I mean, if you want a political career, then fine. Then it makes sense because now it's in alignment with your objective. Somebody's saying, well, you're trying to say we shouldn't get involved. We shouldn't. That's not what I'm saying. If you're intelligent, you understand precisely what I'm saying. I'm saying you don't want to get caught up in the minutia and be debating for hours upon hours upon hours when that time could be spent building your business. And like for all those people out there who have a side hustle, you could be out there talking to 50 to 100 people a week about what you do. With my seminars that I lead, when I'm teaching and training people how to increase their sales, beat procrastination, take their businesses to the next level, when I'm doing that, it's like I asked a question in so many different forums. How many of you are approaching, talking to at least 50 to 100 people a week about what you have to offer? There is crickets. In fact, my illustrious videographer, like this, who is videographing right now, Luis, how many people right now a week do you talk to? Are you talking to 50 people a week at least? No, you're not. How many people a week do you actually talk to about your business? Come on. Let's be honest. Maybe he's showing me maybe 5 or 7 people per week. If you're not talking to at least 50 people, I'm talking about contacting, you don't have a business, you've got a hobby. You're not that serious. Now, he's great at what he does, and if you love the quality of these videos, he's amazing. But I'm just saying, from a marketing standpoint, increasing that income standpoint, there's got to be some adjustments made. Now, if you're focused on all this other stuff that's going on that has nothing to do with helping to put food on your bloody table, come on, man. Come on. Listen, man. I hope I'm making sense to somebody. For those people who are career people, you know what I mean? I talked about those people with the side hustle. If you're that person now who has a side hustle, but you're trying to get to that 6-figure income bracket, you're trying to break through, or that 7-figure income bracket. Man, this is the time that you are taking to get engaging with all of these things. It's time away from doing more market research, follow up and follow through with existing clients, researching on ways to innovate and to create a better experience for your clients. Are you getting what I'm saying? Like this. And if you're a person who has a career, instead of having 3 jobs, maybe you can go back and sharpen your skills so that you can apply for a job or a position that could pay for everything. Qualify for something that's higher, that's better, that can take care of you and your family, the people that you care about. 2 objects cannot occupy the same space at the same time. You've got to make a decision about what's going to occupy the 6 inches between your ears. You've always got to remember that the D in distractions stands for devil. Okay? The D stands for devil. And the devil's job is to get you off track. His job is to make certain that you're going to the left, fading to the right, that you're off track. That's his job. To make certain that you never fulfill what God put in your heart. That's his job. Distract you. But the good news is when you recognize what it is, and you recognize him for who he is, and you're like, hey, what's up, devil? Oh, you got something for me? You're trying to distract me. You're trying to take me off track. You're trying to block me? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Man, but I'm a child of God. Are you kidding me? You can't block me. Man, get out my face, man. Move. Get out the way. Are you getting what I say? In the words of the great Luda. Are you feeling me? Or if you want to go old school, get ye behind me, Satan. Whatever works for you. We've got to get rid of the distractions. So if you're one of those people who's been distracted, I want you to learn those words that came from, Nancy Reagan back in the day. Just say no to distractions. Just say no. Say no. Saying no to distractions means saying yes to your future. Here in the Dominican Republic, where I am, We have a major real estate development that I'm working on, and it's a lot of work. We got some beautiful beachfront property, and we're building some condos there. And one of my buddies who's down here, this guy, he's a party animal. He loves to party, man. And every second he's calling me up, hey man, we got this event. Hey, come out here, come out here. And I'm like, yo man, in the week I can't do that. Weekend, okay. After I'm finished doing what I need to do, after I'm done, after the objective has been met, no problem. I always tell people I want to have guilt-free fun, okay? I want to be able to enjoy myself. You have to be willing to say no if you want to say yes to a great future. I hope you got massive value. If you're getting value from this, please let me know in the comments. Let me know what distractions have been holding you back. What has been holding you back from going after everything that you want? Like this, make a list of them. Let me know in the comments. And what steps you're going to take to eradicate those distractions so that you can collapse time and get to where you want to go faster. All right? Hope you got massive value today. Please share this content. We want to build this channel. We need your help. We need your support. Please, I'm giving you my heart and my soul here. So I hope that you appreciate that, and I hope that you will share that. All right? Love you. Have a powerful day, and let's continue to grow together.
We can shine in a crowd, we never hesitate. Let us rise to the cloud.